Think two variables are related, like whether people recommend an app, depending on which app they use. The chi-squared test helps you find out. In this video, we'll break down what it is, how it works, and walk through a step-by-step example using real data from an app recommendation survey. Let's demystify it. The chi-squared test for independence is used to test whether two categorical variables are related. For example, does the app someone uses affect whether they'd recommend it to a friend? We test the null hypothesis that the two variables are independent, meaning one has no effect on the other. Here's a contingency table from a survey of 480 users who tried 3 different apps. They were asked, would you recommend the app to a friend? The rows show the responses, yes or no. The columns show which app they used. If app choice and recommendation were completely independent, we'd expect the same proportions across all apps. To test this, we calculate expected counts for each cell using this formula: row total x column total, overall total. So for app 1 plan yes, 2 by 90 x 96, 4 and 80 on were 58. We repeat this for every cell in the table to build the expected table. Next, we compare what we observed to what we expected using the chi-squared test statistic. The formula looks complicated, but it just means for each cell, subtract the expected value from the observed, square the result, divide by the expected, then add them all up. For this table, the final test statistic is around 24.04. We now compare our result to the critical value from the chi-squared distribution. Our table has 2 rows and 3 columns. So, df, charms, 2, 1, 3, 1, charms, 2. At a 5% significance level, the critical value is 5.99. Since 24.04 is way bigger, we reject the null hypothesis. This means that there is a statistically significant relationship between which app users tried and whether they recommended it. In other words, app experience matters. To recap, the chi-squared test helps you check if two categorical variables are independent. You build a contingency table, calculate expected values, compute the chi-squared statistic, and compare it to a critical value. In the next video, we'll look at odds ratios, and log odds, perfect for categorical data analysis. Subscribe and stay curious.